Good morning. I'm KTHS General Manager Jamie Hussey, and it's time now for Chat with the Chamber on KTHS. Join me as we talk to the Greater Berryville Area Chamber of Commerce Director, Dr. Dean Lee, about happenings in our community.
Right off the bat, I want to say thank you for talking about those Berryville Bobcats, those senior high boys. They made a run, and you had some first-hand look at both that, and you gave everybody here in Carroll County a listen in to how it went. But we're very proud of them, aren't we?
We are. We're excited for how they ended up playing in the state tournament in Magnolia, and now we can turn all the play-by-play back over to the professionals.
Now,
Toby Williams and that. So.
No, I tell you what, we enjoyed it. It was, you were describing what was going on, and I tell you what, there was some insight there as, as a coach, as administration. You've been in all hats before, and it was insight to hear. Your take on the kids and the coaches and even the schools. That was a big deal, wasn't it?
Well, that was one of the things. Just doing the research and kind of went back to my old coaching days. Just watching game film and scouting and that with the teams. But it was intriguing to look at the schools and the competition we're playing and compare that to Berryville. And, one of the shockers for me was just, looking at the enrollment and the population of those communities that we were playing, and we were by far smaller enrollment.
Yeah.
Arkadelphia was close. Blytheville had over 300 more students than we did, and then
wow.
Forest City had 750 more students. So it was about 40% bigger. And then when you start looking at the size of the communities, Berryville with about 5,800, all of them were, over 10,000, which was, Arkadelphia was 10,728, and Forest City. Communities that are at least twice or three times as big as Berryville, and we're going toe-to-toe with them on the basketball court.
So, and I might get you just a little closer there, but, Dean, this was, an uphill battle just because they have a lot more, kids that are available to them, right?
Right.
And it's not necessarily just basketball. It's throughout the whole, all the sport spectrum there, right?
Right, and some of those schools are competing in 5A in football, but 4A in basketball.
Well, no kidding.
That's, I don't understand the logic with the AAA, but I'm not here to complain today.
No.
But I don't like how they have it structured. That's similar to the Bobcat, Lady Bobcats, when they played in the state finals against Batesville, in 2019. They playing against a 5A school, so.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, and of course, we wanted to mention, even Berryville girls back in the 2019, they were playing Batesville in the final. It was a 5A school at that time. Right. I know you had a little history and that you got from Jack Edens.
Coach Edens came in. We had talked throughout the tournament, and we talked about the 61-62 team, which made it to the semifinals, and kind of tried to figure out what their record was, which both of us didn't feel like, they, as Berryville got up to 27 wins, that, back in that time, that they played that many games.
Yeah.
Coach Airy had been talking with Coach Edens and told him, we had won 30 games, and we just didn't feel like they had that many opportunities to play. But sure enough, they were 30-5, so Coach Harry was right. And they did get beat in the semifinals against Manila back in March 2nd, 1962.
Wow. Wow.
They beat Greenwood, which, the Greenwood girls just won the 5A state championship yesterday. They beat DeWitt and then lost to Manila in the semifinals. So, and Coach Harry, he had a fantastic 27 points, is what the article says here, in that semifinals game. So.
Hey, I tell you what, I'm going to have you move over here to this new mic over here. I think that was just not quite working like we want it to. And I tell you what, we want to make sure we get all this information that you're talking about. There you are, Dean. So, you had some great interviews with Coach Compton as well, too. I mean, that was some class character by a guy, especially even in defeat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun when you win, right? You get to talk to him, but talking, that last interview with him, it's tough. It's tough because he's pulling for those kids,
yeah,
right?
And when I'd ask him if he wanted to come up, he said, "Yeah, I'll do that." And he was the one that said, "Win or lose." So,
it was his decision.
It was his decision, and of course, we did get to visit with him twice before with the 2 wins over Arkadelphia and Forest City, and those were obviously fun to do. And then, he did come up and was able to, say all the congratulations and the thank yous to the players, the parents, the fans, and everybody for this season, and how special a ride it was. So it was